all that kind of stuff. I'll be sharing the show later on as well. You can even comment if you want, all sorts of fun stuff. I'm going to go in with my first guest, who's been on with me at least 4 years now. I have with, or maybe even more, I think it's more actually, that I have with me Peter Arona, and he is the owner of ABCDmedicare.com. Welcome back to my show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself. What's going on? I know your world is getting super, super busy.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for having me on the show again. Thanks for getting me back on here. It's been really busy for us. We're just preparing for the Medicare open enrollment season right now. So that starts October 15th. So we literally have about 29 days or 30 days, so to speak, before people can start looking at new plans that are coming out. So as agents, as an agency, we're preparing and working with all the carriers. We've taken all our certifications and testing to recertify. So every year we have to recertify to make sure that we're compliant and we understand the plans, so that when we meet with clients, we can find the right plan from them. And that's really the value that we bring to people, is that we're contracted with all the major carriers. And so when people sit down with us, we kind of do a full analysis of what their needs are, find out which plan is right for them based on their lifestyle, their doctors, prescriptions, things that are going on, and kind of find the right plan that makes sense for them.
Now, today, it just so happened that I picked the perfect ad today, which aired just a few minutes ago, which was T65. Tell them what that means. It's got a special meaning for you.
Yeah, so T65 stands for people that are turning 65 and they're preparing to enter Medicare. So we created a special website that's for T65.us, so people can come on the internet, find the information. It's basic information. It's a one-page landing page where you could just get, if you fill out the information, you'll receive a video and a PDF, kind of just telling you the steps and information about what you need to know about Medicare. And so if you need more information, you need my guidance, I'm there as well to help you get information on how to enroll into Medicare, original Medicare, as well as what's the right path to take for selecting the right Medicare plan for you.
So you go to T65.us, and when you work with people, this is a free service to the families. And you mentioned guide. You help them, guide them. You guide them.
Right. So we don't charge for any of our services. We're compensated by the insurance carrier. They all pay us the same rate, so we're not biased to any one plan or the other. So when someone enrolls into a plan, we kind of just get a feel for in the process of us interviewing what their needs are and what's happening in their life and what's going on with prescriptions. We kind of zero in. We start off with like 60 plans that are available, and we zero in by process of elimination as to which plan is going to be best for them based on their needs.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up real quickly too is a few things. Number one, first of all, Peter, you're all about educating your clients. I mean, you're the seniors advocate out there. You go to the furthest extent I've seen most anybody go through. I want to also talk about that you are trilingual. I remember you've talked about that, so tell them what that is.
Yeah, so obviously I speak English. I speak Spanish as well, fluent in Spanish, and the other language that's difficult to understand is Medicare. We speak Medicare, and what we do is we translate the terms in Medicare, the confusing parts, the things that people get caught up on, and we put it in layman terms so that people can understand it, so they can, for us, the process is when we educate people, we give them the information, we give them the tools so that they can make the right decisions. We never make a decision for our client. We always guide them where they should be going. They ask us for advice. The most common question is, what would you do for your dad or your mom? Yesterday was a question that I had was, when you turn 65, which plan are you going to go into, right?
What a great question.
So those are all good questions, right? And everyone, the thing is this, everyone has a different way they're arriving at Medicare when they turn 65. They have a different budget, they have a different income, they have a different lifestyle, and medically they have different needs. Right? So there's not one plan, although all these plans are designed and they look like they're all the same, right? They're kind of like a cookie cutter type process. The reality is there's differences within these plans, and so those are the little differences a good agent is going to point out to you.
Now, he also gives you a free car wash from Jackson's Car Wash when you work with him. Also a hat. I got mine. Do you? You guys got to get yours. A hat as well that he gives everyone. It's just a fun way that he likes to give people things as well. The car wash, there's tons of them here in the Valley. The best thing to do is to go up on the website. Here it is what we're talking about here. T65, turning 65. The best thing to do when you are in that situation right now is to be talking with someone like Peter right now so that you get yourself ready for what's coming up. You know, it's all about finding out the information. He can find out more about you. He can tell you what's going on and what your needs are, and to help you guide you to the right plan for you. T65.us is a special website that you created for people. And what I love too is all the way that you do all your educational pieces. Go up and check them also on Facebook. You're also there too.
Right.
I love all of your little Facebook ads that you I guess they're your little videos that you have, and she uses my ads, and it's cool to see those. But it's all about, again, education.
Yeah, so if you wanted to follow us on Facebook or Twitter or on Instagram, it's the same line. It's at ABCDmedicare, and if you put that in, and you'll follow us, you'll find our page landing there. But we start with education. Without the right information, you're shooting in the dark with whether their plan's going to work right for you or not. So we really start that. Yesterday, I met with a client of mine. He contacted me about a year before he turned 65. He's working with a group plan, and so he just asked me, and I sat down with him and his wife and said, "What do we need to prepare for?" That's probably the right approach, is to plan way in advance so that when you arrive there, you know what you have to do. And in between that, we had several conversations about this is when you need to order your Medicare card. If you're not taking Social Security, you need to order it. If you're on Social Security already, or if you're going to activate it, most likely they'll send it to you. Little windows that are different, and this is where people may get enrolling late because they're assuming the Social Security Department or Medicare.gov CMS is going to send them a card, and they don't, and then they're late, and then they have a 10% penalty for life that they can't get rid of.
That's what I like about Peter. He's all about educating you. You think you're getting it in the mail automatically? You're not. That's not the way the government works.
Right. No.
You could call him direct. We'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to go to a break when we come back. Okay, we're going to want to talk a little bit further. But right now, obviously, if you're turning 65, like he said, plan ahead. Get all of the information ahead of time so you've got all your ducks in a row. His phone number direct is 602-770-9062. It's T65.us. You're going to get that free car wash from Jackson's Car Wash and a hat as well. Again, write the number down. Get yourself ready. Get prepared. It's 602-770-9062.
Knowing every client is different, Anna von Strassenberg, CPA, PLLC, prides herself by offering ethical, accurate, and professional guidance when it comes to accounting, tax, and consulting services like tax return preparation, tax projections, proactive tax planning, IRS representation, QuickBooks, Pro Advisors, and more. For more information or to schedule a free consultation, call 480-964-4030. That's 480-964-4030. Services available year-round. ArizonaCPAs.com.
Hey, this is Howie.
And me, Javi. Bravo Insurance Agency offers financial and lifestyle protection for those you love from an agency you can trust.
Gain the financial lifestyle security you deserve.
Proudly serving individuals, families, veterans, and America's small business community since 1985.
For a free, no-obligation consultation, call us at 480-316-7862. That's 480-316-7862.
Like us on Facebook.
Tired of paying high hourly fees when you need a plumber? With Cobra Plumbing, you get the same great service as the other guys, but you pay by the job, not the hour. So if you have a residential plumbing issue, don't wait. Call Cobra Plumbing today. Plus, our work is guaranteed. So call us today for your free estimate. Call 602-663-8432. That's 602-663-8432. To see a list of our complete service offerings, go to cobraplumbing.net.
If you own rental properties anywhere in the Valley, Denali Real Estate can provide you with the best overall value, guaranteed. Denali Real Estate Property Management offers 6% management fee, no startup fees, no long-term contracts, and a money-back guarantee. Mention KFNX and we'll fill your first vacant property for free. Please call 480-626-4062. That's 480-626-4062, or visit our website, DenaliArizona.com.
Mortgage interest rates remain near historic lows. So whether you are wanting to lower your interest rate, take cash out to remodel your home, or pay off credit card or installment debt, now is the perfect time to refinance or purchase a home. Call David White at 480-244-6625 to review your mortgage options and to take advantage of David's 32 years of industry experience, incredible customer service, and competitive interest rates. Call David now to discuss your mortgage options and before interest rates go up at 480-244-6625. Now is the perfect time to purchase or refinance a home, so call David at 480-244-6625. That's 480-244-6625. David White, NMLS 322907 of AmeriFirst Financial Inc., NMLS 145368, an equal housing opportunity lender.
So welcome back, everyone. Everyone looking at me in my pink hat that I have from Peter Arona from ABCDmedicare.com. Also, I have my free car wash. I hope everybody else does too, from Jackson's, that he also gives out to people that work with him. You've got some events coming up that you're going to want to talk about a little bit. I want to just stress what I know about you, okay? And that is that what I know about you most is that you will help and go the furthest that you can with your clients. I have seen you do it. I've heard you talk about stories, and the next time you come on, hopefully we'll have some of those where somebody is like out in Tucson somewhere or whatever, and they don't know what to do with their Medicare because they're paying too much money because of their, I think it was his medicine that he was on, and you ran out there to get him all situated so that he could not pay high fees or something like that. I don't remember what it is. You go the furthest extent. Yeah,
sometimes when you're an agent and your focus is on helping people finding the right plans, it's the after the sell, after they're experiencing that plan, where things happen and maybe not go right. Maybe it's a miscommunication. Maybe it's a medication that's not covered. Maybe it's a bill they received that they didn't expect. And what we do is we follow through with those customers. It's not just a one and done type of thing. We don't hound our customers. When a customer needs us, regardless of what the service is, we put attention to it. So an example would be a lady, we signed her up for a plan this year. She had to go to the emergency room. The hospital was out of network. She didn't realize that, but she received a bill. The bill comes, and so what ends up happening is with Medicare Advantage, you can go to any hospital or any urgent care in an emergency, and you're going to be covered. Most likely they're going to stabilize you and move you to another hospital that is in network. But in her case, it was just a few hours, received a bill over $1,000, whatever it was. And she called me. And so went over, reviewed those plans with the bills with her, explained to her that this is just the hospital billing you what was there, but the bills has gone to the carrier, and the carrier will send a follow-up communication saying they're going to cover it. Just give it some time. Sure enough, a couple weeks later, that happens. She calls me and says, well, I'm so relieved I didn't have to pay $1,000.
I'll tell you something. As old folks get nervous really quickly. You
Correct.
see a bill, you don't know what, all it says, you see bill due $1,000, and your heart starts racing, right?
Yeah, it could be.
But you were there to help her to understand what was going on.
Right. So it's just an explanation of the process, what's happening, that she didn't do anything wrong, she's going to be covered. And, and the other part is that if they come back and the carrier makes a mistake and wants to bill you for the right, then get me involved, then I'll have a conversation with the carrier, and we'll go and appeal something with them, right?
So Medicare is in the air, and a lot going on. I know that you've got some events that are going to come up that we want to talk about. The thing that we say about Peter is it's all about the education. It's the education and getting that information early, not waiting till the last second, which a lot of people do, unfortunately. Also, a lot of people call, Joe Namath on the television. They're calling their good friend Joe Namath, right? And it doesn't work like that, and that's really important.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, people try to use celebrity influencers to steer people to their plan. The reality is you want to work with someone who's local, someone who's in your community, someone who understands the plans. The doctors' networks has relationships with doctors, so a lot of times we get customers that ask us or tell me, just recently I met a lady and she's like, I'm not happy with my doctor, what can I do? well, we don't want to change her from her plan. So, hey, have you tried to change your doctor within your plan so you don't have to make so much of a change? And she said, yes, I've gone through that, and I've just, it's just been difficult. So we changed her to a different plan, changed her to a doctor where I know that she's going to be taken care of because I know the office, I know how they take care of them. We walked the offices, we've surveyed them, have communications with them, and so we set up a tour. Hey, we're going to move you here before you first meet with that doctor. Let's give you a tour so when you walk in there, you're comfortable, you know someone, you're recognizable. And so we go through that process for, give a little more hand-holding, a little extra touch when it's needed, right? So those are the things that we do on a regular basis to help our clients that are different.
His phone number to call is 602-770-9062. Check him out. It's ABCDmedicare.com. We do have the other one that we were saying in the beginning of the segment today, but now we're kind of focusing more on the Medicare side of things.
Yeah, so our main webpage is ABCDmedicare.com, and basically it'll have different segments in there about what we do, but the T65.us was the one about if you were turning 65 and you just wanted information, you can go there quickly and get that.
Also, I do want to remind people, too, we have a lot of people that don't live here, that their parents live here. We have a lot of people that their parents speak only Spanish,
right? And
that is it. So you know what? You might want to have somebody that you can talk, and you are fluent in English, Spanish, and Medicare.
Yeah, sure am. And then the other thing is I'm contracted in multiple states. So we have Arizona, California, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Montana now, Florida, and Michigan.
Wow, you're really growing.
Yeah, so these are the reason why I contracted or licensed in these other states is because our customer base has driven us to those other locations, right? So we didn't go and say, I want to sell somebody in Florida. Our customer moved from here to Florida, and they wanted us to retain us as their agent, right? So we continue to grow. They send us referrals, things like that. So we continue to go little by little. But that's just kind of a testament to the service that we're providing them.
Absolutely. You can check him out on his website. It is ABCDmedicare.com. You're going to get a hat. I have mine, my pink one that I've got. And you got all sorts of new ones that you brought in as well, that you're going to get a hat and also a free car wash from Jackson's Car Wash. Again, you could check him out on the website, abcdmedicare.com, or call him at 602-770-9062. Events.
So we're right now we're scheduling events. They're already scheduled. We're not allowed to market to those events right now.
But you'll be able to check them out on the website.
Yeah, so
soon?
we're going to be posting them October 1st on our events. We're going to be hosting twice weekly events at the Better Business Bureau right off of Missouri and 12th Street.
And you're going to be coming here soon.
We'll be coming
back
here
every Wednesday. You're going to want to talk and hear him and talk about what he's going to be teaching everybody.
And then we're also going to be inside select Food City stores. We're going to have the agents, not just myself. We're expanding. We have 5 other agents going to be in different Food City stores, probably on 4-hour shifts on certain days. To help people in the community with a booth and information about Medicare as well.
Again, we also want you to know why you shouldn't talk to your friends or your neighbors about this. This is something that you have to realize, and everybody does. It's so funny that, they talk about it even if they're past 65, and they've already been in every single year that everybody seems to talk about Medicare when it comes around this time, because they all going to ask everybody their questions of, well, what are you doing, and what are you going to do about this or that, or whatever numbers they are, the letters. And you can't really do that, and there's a really good reason for it, because really, honestly, everyone is super different.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want to say, even in your own family, that is also the case. Your husband might not be on the same plan as you.
Right. Sometimes the spouses have different needs, and so they may be on different plans, may see different doctors. So there's a different variety of reasons why a household that's married, they're both on Medicare, but they have different plans because it just doesn't sometimes work out that way. One of the things I want to talk about, just a little different, is everybody who's on Medicare right now should have received what they call an annual notice of change. It'll probably say those exact words on the information that you're receiving from your current insurance carrier. Or they call it an ANOC, so an annual notice of change. That's what it stands for. And in this change, if you're on a plan, if there's plan changes happening that are going to happen for 2022, they're going to highlight them in this notice to you. So if a copay went up, if your maximum out-of-pocket goes up or down, if there's going to be a prescription that's going to be covered or not covered, if there's a change in a tier level, All these changes are going to be inside of it. Sometimes it's a pretty big booklet, so you got to read through that. It's important you do, because these plans can change every year. And so that's where we can come in, and where a phone call, hey, I received my ANOC or my notice of change. I'm not too sure how that's going to impact me. We can sit down with you and do a review with you as well.
How many people read that book?
Probably not too many.
I know, but you do.
Yeah.
You know it inside and out. And that's where you can also help, because most people don't. They don't realize that they do really need to read that, but you can help them, guide them through that process.
Yeah, and so what ends up happening, they don't change, right? And then they stay in their plan, and then in January they're regretting the fact that they didn't look at that book, right? So that's where it's important to look at it, take a few minutes, and 30 minutes or an hour, depending on how fast you read or how you absorb the information, and just compare it. It'll be a side by side. This year you're here, next year it's going to be there, and they will highlight what those things are. So it's important to do that, and it's important that if you don't understand those changes, or if you want to look at other options, to call someone like myself to work with you to find the right plan for you.
Well, he's all about education. That's all he's about, is helping you understand the alphabet soup of Medicare. I've got my hat. You should get your hat. You're going to love it. Also, you're going to love working with him. He's a great guy. He's going to offer you also the free car wash from Jackson's Car Wash. You're getting that too. I don't know if everybody could see that there. And that's the fun part about watching it on Facebook, is that it's visual now. But most important thing is, don't try and do it yourself. Don't ask your neighbor. Get the great information that he has for you. You're so well versed in this. What are your final words for everybody out there?
Take time to look at that ANOC, review what's going on, contact somebody like myself. If you're working with another agent and you're happy with that person, get with them, and so that you can make sure that you're going to be in the right plan when it's time to make a selection this year. Also,
if you need somebody that is a little bilingual, it's also nice to have somebody that can also talk to your parents and let them understand. Because you know what, when you're not from here, sometimes it makes you feel good that you can talk to somebody that understands you. It's really all about that sometimes. Right. And especially us older folks, we like that. We really do. Again, you could call him direct. Write the number down. It's 602-770-9062. The website is ABCDmedicare.com. Don't forget, the card's not coming automatically, folks. It doesn't happen like that, right?
That's right.
So you want to make sure that you are on top of this and be proactive. Make sure that you are getting all of the information early. Turning 65 too, you can also go there and check out that website.
Yep. T65.us.
Or call him. That's the best thing to do, and have that conversation with him. This is a free service to you, so it just makes sense to work with somebody that you like and that can help you like he can. That number is 602-770-9062. It's ABCDmedicare.com.